Finals. I watched as an interested observer, and still now since the Warriors in San Francisco, even though I like the Warriors better when they were at Oakland, and I believe Oakland deserves an NBA team. So with that, I watch, and this was an interesting NBA Finals because it looked like the Celtics were going to sweep the Jason Kidd led Dallas Mavericks. And congratulations to fellow Cal Golden Bear Jalen Brown for winning the NBA Finals along with his Boston Celtics teammates and coach Joe Mazzulla and becoming NBA Finals MVP. That's an incredible achievement by a young man who went undefeated, was part of the Cal squad that went undefeated at Haas Pavilion back in Berkeley in 2015 Pac 12 basketball season. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we have to say, all right, they won. It was a okay game. I hate NBA Finals blowouts anyway, unless of course my team is winning. But it was one of those games where, to me, it was confusing. Why didn't the Mavericks adjust and play their tight defense that they unleashed on the Celtics last week to blow them out? In that instance, there was not a time when we saw, well, maybe a handful, Celtics players without a Maverick in front of them. You know, the Mavericks did a wonderful job of sucking the air, the space, out of the building when they were playing the Celtics, and they rightfully beat them, blew them out incredibly, just incredibly. But the question on the floor is, and has been, and was, and now is answered: would the Mavericks do something special like that for this game? And the answer is they didn't. It's a sad answer, but you just have to call it like you see it. They didn't. And Kyrie Irving, for all of his greatness, sometimes, well, he played with a lot of injuries. Let me just stop right there. He played with a lot of injuries, okay? A lot. Uh, they were alluding to it, and I'm looking up right now. Kyrie Irving, um, and then injuries. Um, let's see here. Kyrie Irving stats, injuries, injury report. Okay, he had, according to the Fox Sports and the NBA, he had a hamstring injury this year, 411. This year, actually, 411, he injured his hamstring. Then February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, he had injured his thumb. Then just 2 days before that, thumb. And just 2 more days before that, thumb. And then on January 23rd, thumb. And then last year, he had heel on December 8th, December 2nd, foot, November 15th, foot, and November 4th, foot, and then October 30th, foot. For 2023, he rested, and foot, back, calf. So, but as I go down, then there was in 2022 an incredible range of, well, he wasn't eligible not to play, and that had to do with all the penalties and COVID stuff. Uh, then he had personal leave, but fewer. There was rest, high contusion strain, right knee, hip strain. All right. So when you go back in his history, the injuries were there, but fewer. And this time, it's clear that he was playing with injury, but also, I just have to say, even with those injuries, you can make the case that everybody was injured to some degree. Look at Kristaps Porzingis, right? I mean, you would have had to put something out there like a ball to keep him off the court, and even then, I doubt that would work perfectly. It's the as he said, it's the finals, right? And he said, "Come on, it's the finals," and he's right. Uh, so in that context, what got me was why it just seemed like Kyrie wasn't putting in his A game. Was it that he was hurt? Okay, and what if he did? All right, and then what does the Celtics win say about their future? Can they repeat? I say no. I don't think this Celtics squad can do it again because, yeah, they had the best record. They had the best record. But a lot of elements came together to make that happen. And what we have now is a situation where you ask the question, can they make those same coaching moves again? Can they match the Warriors streak? What made the Warriors so incredible under Steve Kerr was they had a unique approach to basketball. It wasn't just that they shot threes, but the Warriors had a whole brand new play repertoire that was designed to play basketball along the threes. Pick and rolls that we've never seen before. A brilliant construct of schematic attacks that have not been fully understood or replicated in the NBA. It makes you wonder why. There's people who hated it, like Charles Barkley, most famously, who says he's retiring after next year. I hope not. But he absolutely hated the Warriors' style of basketball, and he would pick teams to go and say they were going to beat the Warriors strictly because he hated their style of basketball and he wanted to see some organization, didn't matter who, take down the Warriors. And he was nonetheless very happy when the Cleveland Cavaliers got their victory. But it doesn't diminish what they did. Because now, in the list of champions, in the list of great teams, we have the Celtics number one with 18 NBA Finals championships. The mighty LA Lakers right behind them with 17, and the Warriors with 7. The Warriors have some catching up to do. They have to win 10 of those, which means, look, are we going to see the Warriors rattle off 10 NBA Finals championships over the next 10 years? No. Are we going to see it happen over the next 20? No. Over the next 30? You get that far out. 40 years, possible. Okay. It's possible. It's possible. But Lord willing, I don't know that I'm going to be here to see it. It's So in that context, do I think the Celtics will even just repeat? No, it's too hard. It's too much a minefield that is punctuated by teams with great players everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. Think about it. This is the first time in 6 years that the team with the best record actually won the NBA Finals. Actually won. And who did it before? The Warriors. Okay, the Warriors did. So it's saying something that it took a 6-year stretch or drought of the best team winning, and then came the Celtics. So the Celtics winning is more the exception that proves the rule. In other words, hey, look, we didn't have the person with the best organization with the best record win in 6 years, which means it very well may take another 6 years for the organization with the best record to win. So if the Celtics turn around and do what they did a couple of years ago and post the best record in the NBA and not win, that's according to form. Okay? That's according to form. I think the Milwaukee Bucks had that distinction too not too long ago, right? Best record in the NBA, no NBA Finals championship, no NBA Finals appearance. All right? So now you've got the San Antonio Spurs, which have the incredibly up and coming player in Victor Wembanyama. It's hard for me to accept the fact that Victor Wembanyama's first year, was this last season, which extended into 2024, right? I mean, what a fantastic player. And suppose the suppose the San Antonio Spurs find the right combination of players and scheme to complement this incredible young up and coming player who's as athletic as he is tall, which is an incredible something to be able to say for a player. He is not the only 7'4" guy out there, but he is the most athletic. And so if you're looking around and you're thinking, hey, who has a chance to push his team into the playoffs next coming season and get that ring, you have to at least consider the possibility that the Spurs could do it. And then you've got to take a look at the slowly being reconstituted Atlanta Hawks, which have the NBA draft first round pick. What are they going to do to add to their stable of great young talent? This could be the year that they do it. I am not sold on their coach's approach, but let's take a wait and see position. There are a lot of teams out there, the Bulls, the Heat, all around you can take a look. You've got the 76ers, which look like they were coming back. You've got the Clippers, and they're going to be playing in their new arena. You know, you kind of want to pay for it, right? So that's why I say it's so hard, because you have so many great players. Look at, hey, the New Orleans Pelicans or the Minnesota Timberwolves, which really gave the Dallas Mavericks a gigantic scare and gave a number of teams a gigantic scare. Like I said, you look all around, and it's difficult to find one organization that doesn't have not just one, but a few it guys. And then, of course, we have trades up and down all the time. So in this environment, it is hickey difficult to repeat. More so than it has ever been before. So that's why I say no. No, the Celtics will not repeat. It's not for any dislike of the Celtics. I'm past that. The Celtics are different than they were when Red Auerbach was coaching, and you know, you had Boston being the worst place in the world for a black person to want to think about living in. You know, aside from places in the South, right? Those days are fortunately long gone. Long gone. And now we're left with something far more interesting. A crucible within which to form a team that wins. The question is, can the Celtics repeat? I say no. What say you? All right, subscribe to Zennie62 on YouTube and bookmark ZennieReport.com, and also NFL News by Zennie62, which leads to the question, will there be an NFL News or an NBA News by Zennie62? And I would say, that's a good idea. We'll see. All right.